audience. I'm really happy to be here. Thank you very much, organizers, for this opportunity. I represent Think Twice UA organization, which focused on think tanks, and I would like to speak a little bit about Ukrainian think tanks, because in Ukraine, think tanks are also part of civil society. And you know that Ukrainian think tanks started their operating with the beginning of Ukrainian independence, and they developed in not easy condition, in different condition. And even if we speak about 2014, we could tell that some recommendations hardly followed by the government, and some think tanks, truly independent think tanks, they acted like opposition. But after Revolution of Dignity, after Euromaidan, situation changed. And I would like to emphasize that civil society of Ukraine played a really crucial role in Revolution of Dignity, and not only civil society, but including think tanks. And after 2014, the demand of think tanks really grows, and they become really partner of officials, drafting laws, monitoring situation, even pushing the agenda to do necessary reforms in Ukraine, and it was really important. And after Russia started a full-scale aggression, situation really was like a dramatic, because even for some days, for some part of the days, think tanks stopped their work, but only for some days. I would like to share some data. I asked representatives of Ukrainian think tanks, and 20 of them answered. And I would like to share this data because they showed that Ukrainian think tanks are really powerful, and they recovered from shock and start to work even more and worked. Almost 60% of think tanks representatives said that war affected their war dramatically. 40% did not stop their work. 40% took a really short break but resumed their work really quickly. 26% left Ukraine, 21% relocated within Ukraine, 26% continued working in the same city as before the war. And what is important that almost 50% of think tanks started doing different activities that a little bit differ from traditional work that think tanks usually do. What I mean, analysis, advocacy campaign, monitoring. Representatives of think tanks started documenting war crimes. They started some humanitarian projects. Also, they fundraise money for Ukrainian army. And they really start to think maybe new topics for this new reality, because they have also adopted their work to this new reality, like migration, refugee issues, and of course, European integration. Because it's some like paradox that in this bad situation, Ukraine got some new opportunity with European integration. And on June, there are more than 200 civil society organizations write a letter, like appeal to the European Union leaders that it's really important for Ukraine to become a candidate for European Union, and it's happened. And the role of think tanks and civil society can be also underestimated in this process. If we speak about Romanian civil society, I didn't research Romanian think tanks, but I know there are a lot of think tanks in Romania, and civil society also played a really important role and contributed to the development of the country. And it is really important that Ukrainian think tanks and Romanian think tanks has to find some new way for cooperation, especially if we speak about European integration, which is more important right now. If we speak about recovery of a country, if we speak about refugees and migration, there are a lot of opportunity to more collaboration. And what I would like also to emphasize that our neighbors, our close neighbors like Russia and Belarus showed that civil society is really important. When civil society is strong, including think tanks, they can change situation. They can influence on situation. And we don't know what will be the situation in 2014 when civil society, if in Ukraine civil society was weak and was afraid to do something. And it's like a pillar, it's like a way that country moving and chose a democratic way of solution, democratic way of consultation, and it's really important. So I think that there are a lot of opportunity for cooperation between civil society in Romania and Ukraine, and including think tanks. But most important that even despite a war, the civil society has to be really strong, has to monitor the government, and to be strong and to be ready if something goes wrong, to be ready to defend the country. Thank you for your attention.